first things first, about the vision behind Ignite. So, you know, in our co-op, in our area here where we live, we've got a pretty well established co-op. It's been around for several years. We've got bylaws. It's been able to perpetuate each year with different leadership and so forth, and it's looking like it can perpetuate for a few years to come, which is pretty cool. A couple of years ago, I was a chairman, and we were meeting with our executive board, and we were doing some planning and scheduling for the coming school year. And I was getting ready to teach this class called Key of Liberty. It's about American history and the Constitution, and I was super jazzed about it because I love that class. I've taught it a couple of times. But while we were talking, a couple of the moms were saying, gosh, I wish there was this class that could come right before Key of Liberty, so something that would help them transition into a little bit more preparation for that kind of scholarly class, something that would help build their scholar skills, something that would just be a bridge from where they've been at home, in our homeschool, into coming into these scholar classes. See, our co-op specializes for ages 12 to 18. It's a scholar school. It's that teenage, junior high school age years. And so we have some 11-year-olds that come into the co-op. So as we got to thinking about it, my mind was just spinning, and I'm like, gosh, we do need a class like that. I'm like, that's what my daughter needs. That would be perfect for her. And so the whole thing just started, going around in my head. And so that's how Ignite was born. Was with this. This was a need that we saw in our community, was just a transition to scholar, a class that would really help build these kids and prepare them for a little bit more rigor the following year. So that's where it all began. So with that, there's some key skills or some key experiences that I wanted our kids to have, and to help prepare them, to help build their skills and their scholarship, and all in a fun way, an engaging way, something that would just, they wouldn't even realize that they were learning some hard things necessarily. It was just I wanted it all super engaging. And so that's where Ignite came from. We wanted a name for the class. I was thinking, take off or take flight or something like that. And one friend says, how about Ignite? And I'm like, yes, that's it. So it's to light the fire of the scholar within. That's the purpose of this class. And so as I studied, I tried to find things that would help foster that and help propel that and make that a reality for these kids. And I can tell you, after the year is over now, it has been very good. I have gotten so many comments from youth who took the class, who just loved it, who wished there was an Ignite too. And I've heard from lots of parents like, oh, this has been the best class. It's training them so well. They're having such a blast. They're having such a great time. And so it's been good. Our goals were met in our class. And so I hope that will be for you as well. One other thing is I want to encourage you. So I'm going to be telling you all about how I did things and why I did things. And I want to encourage you to be mindful that you are unique. Your style is different than mine probably. And your personality, and the kids that are going to be in your class are going to be different too. They might have different needs than what our kids did. So I would encourage you to, take Ignite and use it for all it has to offer, but also to tweak it and to adjust things as necessary to make it the best for your kids, for the kids in your class. So with that, some of the things that we wanted to do was we wanted to build some scholar skills in our kids. And there was a few methods that I employed to help teach them, help these youth learn these scholar skills. So I'm going to explain the methods and the skills that we wanted them to learn through it. So